we got the wonderful, talented Mr. Nick Pelton.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dana, especially. I'm going to make this real quick. I forgot to write any jokes. Boy, and I was going to warn you that it's weird, but Lawless just went, so we're just going to go get started. Okay, so dog scientists are celebrated for a lot of achievements. One of their greatest equations was when they figured out how to differentiate the difference between going to the vet and going to the park. I don't know how they do it, but they get it right every single time. They crack the code. This is better than the Weather Channel, you know what I mean? This is better than the stock markets. This is better than, you know, your ability to predict a fart versus otherwise. And of course, dogs came up with possibly the greatest invention of all time, sniffing each other's butts. What a revelation, right? They invented Facebook before we did, by far. You go into the woods, you take a whiz, you take a shit. Someone else comes by and he's like, oh yeah, okay, 7 years old, female, 8 times larger than me. I'm a Chihuahua and that's my fetish. That'll work out great. But the one thing that dog scientists cannot figure out is leashes. They just can't understand leashes. It's like the trickiest thing in the world to them. They're working on it. They know that it somehow gives the human being power. Like, it controls where the dog goes, either through like telepathy or like telekinetics. And they know that sometimes when they're on leashes, their legs stop working for no reason. They just kind of walk in a circle and all of a sudden, they're like this. And they're like, oh God, am I paralyzed? Oh, no, never mind. It's all good. Oh, crap! Am I paralyzed? So anyway, this was very fascinating to me when I was a little kid. I had a dog named Portia. Portia was very socially smart. She never barked at anyone unless they were like a loser or a nerd or something. She never bit anybody unless I told her to bite him. I was like, Portia, go bite that guy. Ah! Good girl. That old lady on the bench, she's looking at me funny. You know what to do. But Portia would go out, and we would let her out in the yard. She had this long leash, and so she could wander around the whole yard, barking and biting as she pleased. And she would eventually kind of get herself wrapped around a tree. And the leash, as you can imagine, goes around the tree with her, and she gets stuck. And all of a sudden, her world is closed off, and she can't go anywhere. She gets confused, and she doesn't know why she can't move more than 3 feet, and she starts freaking out and whimpering. And I would come out and I'd say, oh, Portia, you idiot. Come around the tree with me, this way. And she couldn't get it. I didn't understand. She always bit the right people. She knew to run from the cops when she bit the old lady, but she couldn't figure out the leash. But as I get older, as I become an old, limited man, I start to realize that there are trees and leashes in my own life that I'm getting myself wrapped around. You know what I mean? How many of us tonight are like laughing about something like, ha 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 ha, oh, yeah, I gotta go to work, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta go home, it's over. I gotta spend my life doing things I don't want to do. We're wrapped around trees. It's the same exact phenomenon. We're too stupid to figure it out. I had kind of like a thought experiment. I thought to myself, wait a minute. Why the hell did I ever decide that I won't pay for sex? What the hell was I thinking when I made that decision? You know what I mean? This rule's in my head, and I've been following it. What the hell? And so I tried to trace the leash back, right? I guess sometime when I was 17, for a brief moment, I thought I was cool. And I thought, all right, I'll never pay for sex, I'm awesome. And so I led my way around that tree, and as I did, a whole new world of opportunity opened up in front of me. And opportunities for mutually beneficial transactions, if you see what I'm saying. South Cerritos has never looked more beautiful now that I've opened up that part of my life. The Denny's, too. There's a lot of these things we're talking about, but I think just to make it quick here, the biggest trees and the biggest leashes that human beings have in their lives are, of course, our vices. Smoking and drinking. And, yes, thank you, please, I will too. And to the dog scientists, it's so obvious, you know what I mean? They get it. The dog scientists are like, oh, you got a problem smoking? Check it out, we've got the equation right here. Don't smoke. Oh, you got a problem with drinking? Look, we cracked the code. Don't drink. And the human beings are looking at it like, I just don't fucking get this. This doesn't make any fucking sense to me. So, I guess it makes sense to some people. There are teetotalers out there, which are either geniuses or dog-human hybrids. And, yeah, I'm a little suspicious. But the problem gets bigger than that. It goes beyond individuals. It's our entire society. Wayward comedy here tonight relies on at least 78% of the audience being drunk at any given time. That's the airspeed velocity we need to make this fucking work. Do you understand that? Or else we're going down! And God bless Dana for plugging all the leaks tonight. But it just gets bigger and bigger. All of human society is based on vice, if you think about it. In fact, we're currently destroying the entire planet because we're all in a fervor craving these creature comforts that didn't even exist hundreds of years ago, and we're consuming them at an alarming rate so fast that we don't even realize that they make us miserable. And so the dog scientists are just like, you idiots. Anyway, that's what I got for tonight, everybody. Travel safe home. Thank you so much for coming out.